Hey there, welcome back. Do a retro review for you today. This is from Lego Atlantis, one of the coolest Lego themes. This is Gateway of the Squid. It's pretty awesome. Big fan of this one. I got it for free. That doesn't guarantee a positive review, but I think this is really awesome. The Atlantis theme is really beloved, and it's really unique. It is an original theme. I think they have some of the coolest sets. Just from the research I've done and stuff. I don't know much about the lore, the story. Obviously, it's based on the Atlantis myth, obviously, or real place. You can go which way. But I think this is a great set. Now, I think this came out, obviously, in 2010, and it retailed for $40, I believe. It was either 30 or 40. I'm going to guess 40. Comes with 3 minifigs, and it technically has 3 parts. You've got the kind of structure under here, the underwater structure, the temple, I guess it's called. And that's like technically 2 parts put together, and then you got the squid, of course, which is the best part of the set. But I'm just gonna leave the set by itself, just so we can take a look at the figs first. Of course, the best part of any set to me. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you agree, but we get 3 of them, and I'll show the villain first. This is the Squid Warrior. I think we get some other guys. These aren't so. These are essentially henchmen. So you get multiple on different sets, and he's got a trident. He's got the dark red color, which if you know Lego, that's not. They don't. Dark red is very brittle, so you have to be careful. Luckily, this one's in perfect shape. He's got a really cool piece for the bottom for the tentacles, another great piece for the head, and it's rubber. Both are rubber. They look great with all this wonderful printing, and the tentacles on the bottom are really well done. No printing on the back, but he has a really creepy looking face if you take off the headpiece, and it's really creative. The way they did that, it's very creepy, and the beard headpiece is really cool. Yeah, that's the villain of this set. You get him in other sets, but it is very nice to have him, especially with the dark red. He definitely stands out among the other figures because most of them are humans, and he's not, and he looks really, really epic. Just the look of him is so cool. Next up, we get one of the Atlantis crew. This is Professor Sam Rhodes, and she is great. She's got a bit of an angry look because she's fighting all these monsters. She's got a harpoon gun, and the signature lime green with the dark gray color scheme of the Atlantis sets, and it looks great. This whole diving headpiece is awesome with, like, you've got the glass, and then you've got all these, like, wiring and tubing and Technic holes for accessories, the jetpack boosters. It just looks amazing. All these years later, Atlantis is not it's not a new theme. But yeah, you've got super detailed printing with the shiny, fuel tanks and oxygen, hoses and all these pockets, and the Trident logo, and the flippers can even be put onto the helmet piece if you wanted to. Back printing and double face. She has another face where she is happier. And then the back printing is so detailed. It's so shiny. It's really great. Unfortunately, it gets it gets covered up by the piece, but it is really nice that they give you that. And that's her. And then last up is Lance Spears. I'm guessing he's like the rookie of the team because he's always a scaredy cat. At least that's what I get out of him. Same outfit as Rhodes. The only difference really is the head. He's obviously a guy as he comes apart. That's embarrassing. But he has the scared face because he's being held captive by the warrior, and then he's got a more happier look. I honestly like the scared look. I think it fits him more. I don't know. Yeah, he's the rookie, I'm going to call him. And he also looks great with the same gear. But that is all the figures. And if I can zoom back in, that's the set. And I'm going to move them a little bit aside. They'll get some more features, but this is a pretty decently sized set. That's why I had to put the camera up here, because if you don't have the squid, you can take the squid off. So that's what it looks like if you don't have it on there. it doesn't look nearly as cool. But I'm gonna put the squid back on there for now because that's an amazing thing. We'll get to that. But essentially, I'll bring you down here. So you can see, this is really just a big underwater, like, temple. It's kind of like a section of a temple. And this brings us to our first feature. You'll see this thing right here. This is a key ring. And it's got a squid printed on it, which is very appropriate because there are 2 giant squids in this set. So, you know, it works. But essentially, this works as a, it's almost like it's a story device, like a plot device. It's also a something to activate something. So you'll see the 2 gates here, right? And I've seen people kind of make fun of this where the divers, since you're underwater in this theme, the divers could literally just drive over the gate. It's a little ridiculous, but you're supposed to take the key and put it right down in the middle. And what's really cool is it actually slots in there. You just turn it like that, and you can have the minifigs open the door, and it's really cool because if you put the key in there, you twist it. There's rubber bands. You can see a little bit of it right there, but you twist it, and it opens the gates like that. It's so smooth the way that works. And then once the divers get access, of course, the squid warriors, they're ready to fight them. But it just works really well. And I think I'm going to do a build thoughts on this, because there's a really cool way that you put this together. Like a couple rubber bands are in there. It's like holding tightly onto the pieces. It's hard to explain, but yeah, that's the first feature. Works really well, and there's a lot of great pieces on this. Like a lot of the shiny gold. You've got a lot of these dark gray and a lot of tan for the seabed, and then you have lots of like dark gray and dark tan, and it just looks really nice. And there is a couple other features. I'll show you this guy over here. This is another squid. It looks kind of like an octopus, really, but yeah, this is another squid. It's really creepy looking with the red eyes. And essentially what you're supposed to do is take one of your diving team, and you're supposed to take him and put him in, like, trap him. This is supposed to be like a trap, like a cage to trap one of the members, and it fits really well. Like, you have to kind of play with it a little bit, but yeah, you can see Lance is now trapped in the squid, and you can move the cage around. You can even take the squid off of it, of course, and you can move it around and play with it like that. But it works really well, and it looks nice too. It doesn't like go anywhere, except when you're like moving the set, it kind of jiggles. But yeah, and yeah, once the diving team is in, you got Sam here, and she's gonna go to the treasure, but there is one nasty surprise waiting for her. It's hard to show this part, but on the back of the model, there's a little little tan round piece, and essentially, when she gets, the squid is in the way, bro. You're in the way, but Sam, she opens the chest, she finds the treasure, but that activates another trap, a trap door, where it flings open, and all the treasure goes flying everywhere, and then you can just drop her down in there. She falls, and there she goes. It's kind of, it doesn't work a lot of the time, but it's fine. She's trapped down in there, and you can close that right up. And she's really under here, like back here. It's hard to get her out though. That's kind of the con. Yeah. And that's the second main feature. Sorry, it's hard to show this thing because it's so weirdly shaped. It's really well built, but it's just there's a lot of tight spaces in this. But anyway, there's one last feature. It's not really a feature. Not really. The giant squid. This thing looks so cool. Like, wow, this thing looks awesome. There's only 3 stickers, and they're actually all on the squid. And you can actually move the squid, like, you can rotate it. It kind of just wants to stay like this, but you can, you know, do other things with it, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna put them down here for now. But you can take the squid off, and it's really, really well designed. There's like a lot of like tentacly moving stuff. Like everything that you can see moves. Oh, there is a feature on this. I'm sorry, there is. So, on the back, there is these stickers, which look great. And this almost looks like a robotic squid. Like, it's not a real squid. It's like, maybe it's a android squid. But that's just what the stickers look like to me. It makes me look like, it makes me think of like a robot design. I don't know. But there is one more feature with the set, and it's at the back. It's another circle piece. And essentially, you twist it, and the mouth will spin. Look at that. It's so cool. Like, it makes it look so evil, like so alive. I don't know. You can, you can kind of try to put a minifig. You can try to put a minifig in the mouth. It's way too small. Um, Unlike this squid, which is designed to hold a minifig, this one is not. So, you can try to put one in there, but anyway, yeah, you can spin it around. It works really well. The design is great too. You got this lime green on the bottom, then you've got these red eyes, and it just looks so like cool. It just looks very cool. And yeah, it's big, black, and evil, and you can move it around, and it's very nice to look at, and it's very fun to build too. Yeah, that's the main part of the set, and it's the best part of the set for sure. I mean, you would think that the minifigs would be my favorite part, but no, in this case, I think the squid is the best part. And if you're wondering how it connects, there's a hole on the bottom, and it goes like so. And there you go. And if you're wondering what the treasure holds, it's actually these gem pieces. So you get 4 of them. They look really good. And that's really it for the set. I do have like maybe one complaint. I feel like since this is underwater, I feel like they should have included like some stands to make the minifigs look like they're floating in the water. I don't know. I feel like that was kind of a missed opportunity. It just, I don't know. I feel like they need to be moving in the motion. They need to be moving in action. And you just don't get that. You have to either make your own stand or whatever, but that's really my only complaint. I mean, the minifigs are great. And it's really the build, I think, that is the star of this set, to me. And obviously this Atlantis key is awesome. I mean, this key is, you get a different key in each set, which is really cool. And if you have all of them, you can open the entire portal. But also one more thing. I do want to mention the commercial for this set. I think it is fantastic. If you look up the commercial for these sets in particular, but look at this set in particular, this commercial, I think it's so well done. They don't do the commercials anymore, which kind of sucks, but that one it's just really cool to me. Yeah, the features work really nice. I love the footprint. It takes up a decent amount of space, but not too much. And there's a lot of cool stuff here. Big fan of this one. Again, I got it for free. That doesn't mean I would have given this a good review. But I really like the theme, and I really like the set overall. And yeah, big fan. It's going on the shelf. And let me know, do you have this one? Do you think it's terrible? What do you think of the Atlantis theme? Do you like it or not? And what do you think of my thoughts on this? Anything I could improve? Let me know down below. And thank you for your support. I'll see you for the next review. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.